You don't have time.
Hold on, one at a time, one at a time.
If you look at it, the rest of the committees, they're 100% on a volunteer basis. And when this article was even brought forward to be talked about, right in this building, when we talked about it, some of the volunteers of these committees were like, no, we're already giving up our time for free. Now you want to make this a rule that we have to do it. Well, we're already giving enough time of our own
that's no excuse.
to be on these committees and help out. So, I disagree that it's disenfranchised.
You just disenfranchised us by doing that.
Yes.
Hi there, Christine Gillette. My questions are, oh, I thought it was loud enough, sorry. All right, my questions are, who's responsible for the recordings, the posting, and the archiving for each committee? If this states not just the select board workshops and meetings, but the committees as well.
Yes.
Committee member.
And then my follow-up to that is, how and who would be held accountable if these are not uploaded within 48 hours instead, as stated? It's a little vague.
Okay, the question was who's the video person?
Currently, right now, the videos that are recorded, the administrative assistant uploads to YouTube and the website.
That would include the committee meetings, should this pass, and committees are required to videotape? Is, I guess, what my question is, if I were on a committee and I'm being required to tape the meeting, am I responsible for uploading it, handing it off to be archived? Who's responsible?
Well, the committee, whoever the committee member is that records it would have to come into the town office and turn over the video so that it could be uploaded and archived, as you stated.
Thank you. And my follow-up then, I guess, would also be, what equipment is being used? Is it the town's equipment? Is the up to 20 just simply to pay people to record it? Or is this to purchase new equipment? How did we arrive at 20,000?
What equipment are we gonna use?
There's an extra microphone. I don't know how you come up with a figure. You don't know how many meetings you're gonna have.
Volunteer.
Okay, yes.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Sarah Sutcliffe. So my question really is, I think we're just not understanding what the $20,000 is for and where it's going to. Because I'm on like a committee, and personally, if we just had someone who was like the secretary and responsible for recording it, and then they just bring it to the town, why is that costing us $20,000?
Exactly. Thank you.
If the committee, somebody doesn't take that responsibility, they ask to be paid. Where do we get the money? If we don't have any money, we
Well,
It's a committee.
Volunteer committees. So why are there volunteer committees? So if it's required, then we have to include that in our committee volunteers.
Exactly.
The question is, where is that 20 grand going, and nobody has an answer.
It's common sense.
Over here.
No answer.
Forget your running.
So in addition to asking people to serve on committees and to spend their time
It's free.
away from the things that they want to do in their own lives, so volunteering on a committee, then we have to make sure that the video and audio quality is acceptable. And then what are the ramifications if it's not? If there's interference or there's no signal, then what happens? Does that committee chair get, what, asked to leave? I mean, you're not going to have a big turnout of volunteers if there's going to be blowback if these videos are not of good enough quality or whatever might happen.
Well, you get what you
Vincent?
get.
Yeah, on the one of the
A lot of
committees,
excuses.
they open the bids for the bid process, which usually is done at a selectmen's meeting in public.
Exactly.
But if they're done in a committee, the public doesn't get to see the bids being open and what they are. So the only way they can do it when they're not at a public selectmen's meeting is if it's recorded at the individual meetings, whether it's budget, well, it would be budget committee, whether it's the heat pump committee, the sign committee. Those bids were, were opened up not by the selectmen, but by the committees. And
Okay.
I'll address that.
Yeah, there's a
Any bid that's done by.
Can't hear you.
any-
The microphone, man.
Hold on, man. He speaks loud enough.
They can hear.
Stand up.
Any bid.
I disagree.
that's done by a committee, they're all brought to the select board and read publicly, which is video. So if a committee gets an email for a bid on the front door, we were presented with all three companies, actually 4 companies, and we made the decision open with a motion for that. So the bid, the committees don't make the decisions on the bids. The select board does, and that is done in public.
Right in the back corner, the purple.
Yes, so I want to ask, do the town have recording devices to record it, or do people use their own cell phones to record it?
The question is, are we gonna use town equipment or personal video stuff? What's,
We have one piece that belongs to the administrative assistant.
Follow up?
go
So what
ahead.
if there's 2 or 3 meetings at the same night, what happens then?
Say again?
What if there's 2 or 3 meetings at the same night, a meeting over here, a meeting over there, and a meeting down in the room?
If there's more than one meeting simultaneously, what do we do?
We'd have to buy equipment.
Okay.
No, we don't. That's a lie. I got one right here. We got it.
No, I
Zach.
see somebody outside the hall. This is a little unusual.
This is what they're complaining about. Everybody has one of these in their pocket.
Principal of town meeting.
We're gonna pay $20,000?
This passes and the people who are recording meetings are gonna get paid, then everybody on the committee needs to get paid.
Okay, let's see. We haven't heard from you on this.
As I look at this article, I think to myself, nobody's gonna watch all these videos. Everyone can have access to the meetings that they wanna have access. They can also volunteer for the committee if they wanna know what's going on with the committee. And we don't need to spend $20,000, we need to vote this article down.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
My question is, doesn't every room have a camera in it?
Thank you.
That has audio?
No, incorrect. Audio has been turned off.
Turn it on. Turn it on.
Per the town's attorney.
Per Leah Ration, Ricky's friend.
You already used the Brownfield.
Now, in order to answer that, she did make the decision because there was a main Supreme Court case that was the topic, and she called and said, hey, this Supreme Court this decision just came down, and asked the question of us.
When did that happen?
3 months ago?
Is there any paperwork from her stating this, or was this a phone call?
I can,
Hold on, let me answer.
she set up a phone call, and we reached out to Ideal Security, who has the contracts for the buildings, and he came down and did as instructed.
So the next question, why can't we just have the audio on when they're having the meetings, so that it's recorded and audio taped, and everybody knows it's being done at that point, so.
Yep. We can.
Not all meetings take place in town office.
Okay, anybody we haven't heard from yet? Yes.
Disenfranchising voters on purpose.
Why can't we use a recorder and then people can just ask for copies and things?
They just don't want us to be there.
Joe. Okay. Joe has moved the question. Do I hear a second?